snowy song. When I first left Scotland as a teenager, one of the first things I did was go to the northwest of England. It's called the Lake District. I worked on a farm. There's enough fences. Do you know what fences are? You know around fields here? It's a hard job. In winter, the farmer didn't like me and my friend. We were sleeping in a cold caravan with no heating. We had to go to the pub every night just to keep warm. At the time I thought, this is just about the worst thing that could happen to a young lad. I was wrong. Oh, I was wrong. And now, when I take the train to Scotland, and I pass the fields where that young man worked, I have the deepest respect. alone in the rain, alone in the rain. See the poor little bastard, alone in the rain. See the poor little bastard, alone in the rain, with a hammer in his hand, alone in the rain, working in a foreign land, alone in the rain. See the poor little bastard, alone in the rain. Synne, do you want me to play 2 sets or 1? What do you want? I forgot to ask you this.
Yeah. Maybe 1?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
If somebody needs to go to work tomorrow?
Yeah.
But, Synne,
I need to go to work.
what about a cake break?
Do you want a cake break?
Yeah, cake.
Okay,
Cake break, what's
so
wrong with it?
shall we take 2 sets then?
2 sets, yeah.
And
Whatever you like.
some cake in the middle? Yeah.
Sounds like a good plan to me. Well, I've made a wonderful new album. All my albums are wonderful. How do I do it? I ask myself. It's a great record called Gothic Road. I don't know what happened to me many, many years ago. I was nearly killed in the street by strangulation, and then couldn't sing or speak for 2 years. And in that time, once you can't sing or speak, people begin to treat you like you're ill in the head as well. And people go, hello. And you want to say, I'm not mentally ill, I just can't fucking speak, okay? But so it gave me real insights into difficulties other people have in life. And I must have been thinking a hell of a lot in those 2 years, because after that, when my voice kind of came back, I had so many songs, and I've never stopped writing ever since. It's a real problem for my record company, because they don't want so many records. They only want 1 record every 18 months. So I was like, can I make another record? We haven't finished selling the last one. So this new album, Gothic Road, has got fantastic reviews in your country, which I'm grateful. Thank you very much, Norway. And this is Ralph McTell. Remember Ralph McTell? He sings on this new album, yeah. He's a lovely man. Everyone remembers him for this one song. Have you seen the old Leven? And you kind of think the song makes him sound like a real nice, quiet, nice English geezer. But in fact, he's kind of my size, a bit older than me. He's a really aggressive guy. He has the English is quick temper, and he takes no prisoners at all. I like him. He's my kind of guy. I remember when I first worked with him, we were doing a show in the Royal Concert Hall in Glasgow. We sold out 2,000 people. Ralph did that. And there was another guitarist called Alan Taylor there. And Alan wanted me, Ralph, and him to sing a song from a Scottish guitarist who just died called Alex Campbell. So Ralph and me said, shall we do this? And Ralph went, yeah. So we said, okay, Alan, we'll do that. So we rehearsed in the sound check. And so we're lined up on stage. The empty hall was there. So we're doing the song. But I wasn't singing. For some reason, I decided to just kind of play some lead guitar things. So Alan and Ralph are singing, and I'm going. And Ralph saw this. He's going. So after a while, he went, stop. So he went, Jackie, I can't help noticing that you're not singing. Is there a reason for that? So for some reason, I said, I thought, like, I'm the best guitarist. I thought I'd just, play some music. And I went, really? I said, okay. So very quietly and slowly put this guitar down, and I can remember thinking, I wonder what Ralph's doing. And then he walked towards me. And even then I was thinking, I wonder why Ralph's coming over here. I I don't know what planet I was on at this time. So Ralph got here and got his face right close to mine like this someday. And he said, I think when the people come in, they would prefer to see all three people on stage singing the song. Don't you? Yeah. I just thought of a really good harmony. So Ralph went, good. So can we get on with this so we can finish this fucking rehearsal and get on with the rest of our fucking lives? Good idea. Good idea. So we finished it, but I was really badly shaken up. And afterwards, Ralph went to get something to eat. I was in the dressing room on my own, just sitting like this. And Deborah, my wife, came in. She said, hello. Hello. She said, are you alright? Yeah, fine, thanks. So something happened. Yeah. What's happened? Ralph frightened me. Ralph who? Ralph McTell. Ralph McTell frightened. You weren't there. Fucking hell, Jackie, pull yourself together. Ralph McTell frightened. Jesus Christ. You weren't there, wasn't you? But then Ralph and I became good friends. And he sings a wonderful song on my album called Cornelius Whalen, which I might try and sing later. This is Ralph's favourite song of mine on the album. It's not as much fun as my other songs. It's called Song for Bass Guitar and Deck. I'm getting older now, that's okay. I can feel death coming my way. Sacred notes on the bass guitar. The playing moves on from the way we were. That's neat, that's neat, that's neat, that's neat. I really love your tiger beat. How I love old pop song and the weather in the street. The world is a matador, I'm full of boo. I ache in the places where I used to play. Grab your coat, bet you cool. Mudda, 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 under my grave. So many words for snow, only one for death. I'll arise and go now, looking back with teenage eyes. There's a city with my name on, I will enter in disguise. All that sightless staring at various Christmas trees. How I love cheap Christmas cards, give me silver tinsel waves. Pulling me down, down to the ground, knock me off my feet. The voices whisper, come on Jackie, you sure look neat. One for the master, one for the maid, one for the little boy who lives down the lane. Little boy on his bicycle in the station yard, with his hands on the railway sleepers picking off the tar. Little boy on his way to school, walking all alone. Coal miners in the ground, crawling over stone. Pretty soon you'll be more than two eyes peeping from a cran. Get 'em young, treat 'em right, tell 'em nothing since the world began. That's neat, that's neat, that's neat, that's neat. I really love your tiger beat. How I love old pop songs and the weather in the street. I'm getting older now, that's okay. I can feel death coming my way. Sacred notes on the bass guitar. The playing moves on from the way we were. Thank you very much. These songs okay? Yeah. Well, I was singing John D a couple of weeks ago, or whenever it was, talking about my life, and have you heard about this credit crunch? That's what we call it in the UK, this global financial catastrophe that has been going on for a while now. In the UK we call it the credit crunch. And the credit crunch about this time last year came to Jackie and Deborah's house. So I had to go on a tour of Germany, Austria and Switzerland. And Deborah, my wife, said, now listen, she said, every time you make £1,000 on this tour, you've got to send it home, or you won't have a home to come home to. Do you understand? Yep. Got on the tour. First time I had £1,000 was in Stuttgart. I'm a kind of primitive guy. I don't have things like bank accounts and underpants. I've got a toothbrush. So the only way I could send money home was by Western Union. You've probably seen these shops. They're always in, well, usually in the poorer parts of town. And the deal is, if you want to send something like £1,000 anywhere in the world, it costs you £150. On the other hand, the person has it 2 hours later. So I went into Western Union in Stuttgart with my £1,000, and as I've been told. And the guy said, "You understand how this works?" So I said, "Yep." And the way it works in Western Union is that they don't give a shit about ID. There's a question and an answer. You must decide what the question and the answer is. And at the other end, if you want to get the money, you must know what the answer is. And if you get the answer wrong, it must be exact. If you get it wrong, then they won't give you the money. It's a good, simple system. I like it. So I gave them the money and put my question and answer. Deborah went into Western Union in Southampton, and she said, "I'm expecting some money from Stuttgart." So the guy goes, "Oh yeah, I see it here." He says, "You know how this works, there's a question and answer." So Deborah says, "Yeah, I understand." So he says, "Okay, I'll just get the question to ask you the question, you must tell me the answer." So it goes like this, and he looks at Deborah, he looks again. He says, "I'm surprised my colleague in Stuttgart let this through." So Deborah says, "You haven't met my husband, have you?" So the guy says, "No, but I'm beginning to get the picture." So he says, "Okay, the question is, who am I?" So Deborah says, "The answer is, you're an asshole." So I said, "That is correct," and gave her the money. When times are tough, you've got to make your own entertainment. Song I wrote about Johnny Cash. The song's called "Elegy for Johnny Cash." When I was young, I was not a Johnny Cash fan. Didn't like the hair like the like the records, they sounded plastic. However, I had a day off some years ago in Trondheim. It was raining. I decided to just stay in my hotel and watch television. My own father had just died. The first thing I saw was Johnny Cash singing this wonderful song Hurt, and the beautiful film that went with it. It was very helpful, very healing. After that, I was a Johnny Cash fan. Real Johnny Cash fans have a name for people like me. They call us Johnny Come Latelys. In my song, I imagine Johnny Cash at the end of his life. He knows he's dying. He's glad to have lived. No complaints. At any time in our lives, we can be overcome by a paralyzing sense of complaint. This has not happened to Johnny Cash. However, he is worried about one thing. Just where is he going to lie down? Eternity. Something I can understand. I'm from a new town in Scotland, Glen Rockers. I wouldn't want to lie down there for fucking eternity. I'm sure you can think of a few places. In my favourite African poem, from Burkina Faso, the man says, "Bury me in the village square, where I can hear the feet of the children and the drums." The old man. We should be so lucky. Don't bury me in the fields I knew, nor in the caves where I got lost. Don't bury me in my broken word, nor in the women that I love. I'm a real gone man. I'm a real gone man. Don't bury me on an endless place. Don't let me die on the chain-bound train. I hear women singing in the melody alone, as they bury a boy that didn't even know. I'm a real gone man. I'm a real gone man. Don't make me wait too long. I'm already rich, rich in the things I've seen and done. I'm already rich. I give thanks for the tears of all my friends. Life in my amen with it. Why will you bury me? Why will you bury me? Bury me. Bury me. Bury me alone. The ice flowed right down to the sea, and it froze the waves into infinity. I saw a figure ride across the ice. I heard an old clock tick, I heard scuffle in my tears. got a feather in my heart at the end of the day. Don't bury me in the fields I knew, nor in the cave where I got lost. I hear women singing in the valley below, as they bury a boy that didn't even know. I hear women singing in the valley below, as they bury a boy that didn't even know. I hear women singing in the valley below, as they bury a boy that didn't even know. As they bury a boy that didn't even know. As they bury a boy that didn't even know. As they bury a boy that didn't even know. I'll sing one more song in this set, and then the Norwegians can have some cake. Singing an old song when I did the radio show for these, and it's called Pamela Pamela by Wayne Fontana and the Mindbenders. I don't suppose anyone remembers that song. Yeah, it's a lovely song. I don't know what made me start it. Remember the days. I can't remember it. So, my records, I like to have guest tracks. I wish more people would do this. These are songs which have nothing to do with me. The recordings from somewhere else. And on this latest album, Gothic Road, I've got a guest track by my engineer, a wonderful, wonderful musician called David Wrench. He's a Welsh albino. He looks just like Johnny Winter, and he can hardly see. So it's interesting recording with him. His hearing is fantastic because, as I discovered when I couldn't speak, your other senses become more acute. And so he sings a lovely, lovely song that I can't play. But on my last album, my guest track was by a South Carolinian singer called David Childers. David couldn't be here tonight, so I'm going to sing his song. David's a wonderful man, but nobody knows what the bloody hell he's talking about, even people from South Carolina. He goes, Jackie, my ho, see my ho, here, for him, how, Rusty's Chicken Shack, sir. I said, my ho, here, will pass me her, ho, Rusty's Chicken Shack, sir. Okay, yeah. Says, what? I don't know, David. And then I discovered he's a lawyer working with poor people in South Carolina. And I had this amazing mental picture of the courtroom with the judge like this. And David went, Your Honor, the defendant, ha-ho, versus Chicken Shack. The judge going, I find the defendant innocent. Get the fuck out of my courtroom. So, this is David's song. It's a lovely song called Heart in My Soul. There's a funeral this morning. Someone I used to know. Hadn't seen her in a long time, but not so long ago. We were thick as thieves Our friendship vows we swore, and I would have stayed forever, but she loved another more. She left her heart in my soul, kind that never grows old. She left her heart in my soul. I remember her in sunlight, how we laughed against the tar. She was stronger back in those days, and always was street smart. Somewhere in the walks of life, lovers we became, and I could not bear to share her with the world and all its shame. She left her heart in my soul, kind that never grows old. She left her heart in my soul. Well, I'm not too up on the details of just what brought her down. I heard a lot of different things, all I know is her time ran out. There's a funeral this morning. The angels gather round to take one of their number back up to higher ground. And I hope one day I'll see her somewhere beyond the veil, where jealous love is left behind, with the rain and the funeral bell. She left her heart in my soul, kind that never grows old. She left her heart in my soul. Kind that never grows old. She left her heart in my soul.